Welcome back to 21 Minute Reads with me, Maya D. These are kind of like virtual book clubs because in these 5 minute or so videos, I share with you my takeaways from my current reading. Right now, it's the anthology Dance Adventures. As a part of the Read 21 and 21 challenge, I'm reading 21 minutes per day, every day, as an action of self love, as an investment into myself, as a way of providing myself with some consistency in an ever changing world. Remember to subscribe so that you can be with me along this journey. This week, I read pages 268 through the end, so stay tuned so that you will see which book I'm reading next. In this portion of the book, the authors are sharing those takeaways, that piece of information that they have that can be applied off of the dance floor. Our takeaway number one, the in-between space. So Helen Taki speaks of her experience in Senegal and being in that in-between space, that woman child as she refers to it, because physically speaking, she has the body of an adult woman, but knowledge-wise, she doesn't have the knowledge that that community would expect someone of her age. So this is kind of a reminder that when we travel abroad, we will be in that in-between space. And that requires observation, humility, and vulnerability in order to get to receive the cultural technology, the information of the community that you're visiting. Takeaway number two, devotion. The quote reads, "My eyes welled up with tears. Never before had I beheld such presence and power in movement or this level of devotion to artistry." This quote comes from Megan Taylor Morrison, who is the editor of the book, and this is in reference to her travels in Guinea. At that moment, she's speaking of seeing a performance, but she then goes on to speak about the artists and their lives off the dance floor, and how some of these artists work in the airport overnight, they work their shift, and then they walk five or more miles to get to a rehearsal. So this level of devotion to this artistry. And it's also stated in this story and in an earlier story that some of these artists are eating maybe once a day or not at all. But they're devoted to learning, they're devoted to performing. It's a reminder that great work takes great devotion, but also as a patron of the arts, it's a reminder of how your contribution, how your commission work, your funds, what you're offering is used and why it's used. That 5 minute, that 30 minute, that hour-long performance took hours, took days, took so much time, so much devotion of that artist. So just having that in mind as we compensate our artists. Takeaway number three. I'm going to try this one. Les ambassadeurs de personnes handicapées de Guinée. Several times I've mentioned the inclusivity of this book, and here is yet another example. It's nice to see that marginalized communities have voices even in Guinea, because this ballet is a ballet of handicapped dancers. So even in Guinea, there's space for marginalized communities. Making sure that voices, varied voices, are heard in the world makes the world a better place. Making sure that our community is sharing the voices of all of the persons in our community is a very important thing. But speaking of community, the whole point of this video and other videos are to build and maintain community. So please make sure that you subscribe to the videos so that you are coming back every week and seeing the videos. Also, go to that link in the description if you are interested in learning more about West African dance. And also, go to that link in the descriptions if you would like to see some of Megan Taylor, try that name again, slow it down. Megan Taylor Morrison's videos about this book. I wanted to make sure we got everything in 5 minutes, so I'm talking a little fast. Excuse me for that. But before you go, our next book is Hot Feet and Social Change. Get it if you can. Even if you can't, I'll see you next week.